Hi, welcome to Best Friends. Thanks for joining us. We've got a lovely group of cats and dogs for you to look at, and a couple of bunnies too. It is early March around here in Western Washington, and we have the typical kinds of weather. Snow one minute and rain the next, and then the sun shines. Unsettled at best. And so be sure that you make plans for your pets when you leave them in the morning, and make sure that they're going to be comfortable and have access to warm, dry areas, and plan for immunizations, because this sort of unsettled climate is likely to stress the best animal. And the best kept animal. And so making sure that your pets are currently immunized is an awfully good idea. And of course, spayed or neutered, because it's that time of year again. Love will be in the air very shortly, and that means more progeny that we really don't need, even though they are adorable, and once they're here, my goodness, who can resist? So for our first guest today, we have a bunny, a really remarkable bunny. This guy is called a palomino, which I guess is by standard a color pattern. However, I don't know as much about rabbits as some people do, but this one is just, I do know, very, very friendly. He's great with kids, loves to be brushed, which I think is a big plus. I think there are lots of animals that really, really enjoy being brushed, and it's a great way of bonding with them. That's got to feel good to a bunny who has lots of very dense fur, and this one does. He has a beautiful coat. Yes. And he likes scratching too. Yes, he does. Hey, handsome, why don't you turn around and look at the camera? Wouldn't that be a good idea? Oh, please. There we go. Look at those gorgeous bunny ears. And very big, kind bunny eyes. He really likes to be scratched along the jawline. Most bunnies do. Hey, let's turn around. There. See? The new addition to your family. I bet he's feeling the call of Cadbury eggs, which of course everyone knows are the only kind that rabbits lay. Hey. This is a really pretty marmalade Tom. Well, he's neutered, so he's not actually a Tom, but he is quite a hunter from what we understand. A mouser, so if you're looking for that kind of ability in a cat, this might be a very, this might be an awfully good choice for you. He's very friendly. He came into us having been in some kind of skerfluffle, we don't know exactly what, but he did have some marks on him and was not feeling very good. He had a strip on his tail that clearly had either been scraped off or bitten or something, but that's healing and the hair is growing back. And so I'm not really sure whether this was another cat he was fighting with or whether it was an incident with a car or what it was. But he has recovered, and he is just a wonderful cat. He'd probably be fine in a home with kids. He would also be fine if you need a kitty that can help you keep the rodent population under control. But he's going to want people in his life. He's not going to be one of those independent guys that just hangs out outside, because this is a very friendly, loving cat. I would say he's probably around 4 years old, judging from his teeth. But that's a guess. I don't know for sure. This is a beautiful little brown tabby bicolor, more white than tabby. Actually, she is beautifully marked. Obviously a long-haired cat. Whoever adopts her does need to be comfortable brushing her, but she doesn't really mind it. She's a head nudger. She loves little kids. She is just a very gracious, generous cat. Excellent family cat. So although she would fit in any home, you do not want her to be an outdoor cat, simply because with fur like this you're going to have to deal with mats constantly if you do that. She does not have, she came to us with absolutely no fleas, no ear mites, which is unusual in itself. It does say that whoever she lived with cared about her and kept her very clean. Anyway, she is just a lovely cat. I like the little freckle thing going on right there. That's very cute. Okay. This guy, as you can see, is very black and very handsome. He is a very solid, sturdy, big guy. We call him Sam. That doesn't mean it's his name. He's talking to me right now, complaining about the process of being photographed, because everyone knows that cameras steal cat souls, so they won't look at a camera. He does have absolutely beautiful grass green eyes, though, and they're startling in that lovely dark face. Anyway, this guy, I would not make the assumption that he's a good mouser, but I do think he'd be a great family cat. He seems to enjoy being brushed. He certainly enjoys being petted, and he is neutered, so just a great guy. Right now we're having a special on adult cats, and he is included in that special. Thank you. And now he's leaving. This little girl has a notch out of her ear. Sometimes that means that they've been involved in a feral program. Sometimes it means they had a birth defect. Sometimes it means they had an unpleasant incident with another animal. Who knows? But we do know that she is polydactyl, meaning she's got, you know, some extra digits going on there. And she's heartily sick of everybody playing with her toes, so we won't. She is also included in our adult cat special, which is $20 off any adult cat in our room. And since our prices are quite reasonable in the first place, $20 off is pretty significant. Anyway, this lovely little girl is one that we call them droolers. That just means that when they get really excited about being brushed or petted, they kind of dribble a little bit. And there you go. Some people find that very attractive. I do, unless the cat's sleeping on my pillow, in which case I don't find it attractive at all. However, we know that she does do that. It's kind of a genetic trait. Some cats do it and some cats just don't. Lovely little girl, has a very nice short coat, but it's on the medium side of short. It's not short. She doesn't have the fluffy feathers or anything like that, so I would call her truly a short hair. Again, a lovely female, obviously. She's tortoiseshell. She can't be anything but a female, but she's also a Manx. Has a stumpy little tail. I don't think that she's ever missed it, but there you go. That's another thing that people are often, they like that trait in a cat. So now you know, if you're looking for a Manx, this is one. She may not be pure Manx, but she is tailless. And she has a nice medium length coat, but it's the kind of coat that doesn't mat. She has enough oil in it that it's just simply lovely to run your fingers through, and has the very cute little tufts in her ears and very pretty green eyes. Don't know that I would go with a household with very young children in it for this girl. She's a little on the shy side, maybe junior high age and up, or upper level grade school and up. She's going to be one of those kitties that needs a little bit of time to adjust to a new home. But I think once she's adjusted, she's going to be a remarkably productive family member. We have two brothers. This is Wayne. The other one is Wax. I believe they must have had some kind of moon theme going here. Wayne hates Wax, so you'll not see them on the same counter just now. The owner had many positive things to say about the two brothers. He does have lovely eyes, don't you think? They're certainly dilated at this point. He's not a happy camper just now. Don't make the mistake, though, of thinking that this is all the personality you would see. This is a rather different environment for a cat, and probably he would be much happier in your home than he is here, in which case you would see probably a much changed personality. Anyway, beautiful short hair, very interesting markings, and just a handsome boy. Additionally, on our special list, we have a lovely long-haired gray neutered male and a shorter-haired silvery gray female. So come down, meet them. We just don't have time for more cats today because we have lots of dogs to show you today. So join me in our Get Acquainted area with the lovely new roof on it, and we will see you very shortly. Glad you could join us in our Get Acquainted area for our dogs. This is Layla. Layla hails from Georgia. We think that she's an interesting mix, but what the mix is even more interesting. She looks a little bit like a Griffon, a little bit like a Welsh Terrier. She's all adorable. In spite of the fact that her face is very white, she's not that old. But she is a good, solid girl. She gets along well with other dogs. She gets along well with cats, which is a very dear commodity in a terrier type. And she certainly gets along very well with people. She is potty trained, and although, you know, when you go into a new home, sometimes you forget this stuff and have to be reminded a little bit, but here she's been very good. So if you're looking for an indoor dog, she would be perfect. If you have children, she's going to be probably very happy with that. She came from a family that had kids, and I think she might actually miss them. So, good choice, good all-around dog. She is good on a leash. She's very comfortable sitting here with me. She knows some commands, and what more could you ask for? Wow, perfect dog. And she is attractively unattractive, don't you think? I mean, she won't win any prizes for gorgeous, but dear, very dear, yes, very, very dear, her is. This is Layla's buddy, Molly. They've lived together most of their lives. Molly is between 5 and 8. That's kind of misleading because her face is very white. Some dogs just do that. She is, her teeth though are in pretty good shape, and as a small dog, we really use that as kind of a standard for how old a dog is. Maybe she's had very consistent dentals, I don't know, but we were told she is between 5 and 8 years. Now, Molly has all of the attributes that Layla has, except that Molly is not good with cats. She's more of a terrier, I guess. Or more of a terrierist, really. She will eat cats, and so you don't, if you have a cat in the family, you want to look for a different dog. Molly and Layla are very attached, but Molly more so than Layla. I'm thinking that probably these two could be separated, but it would be awfully nice if they could remain together, because they do care about each other. They've been through quite a lot and traveled more than the width of the United States, and it would just be a good thing if they had each other to rely on. I don't think that you would run into problems with the two of them excluding the humans in a new family, because both of them really like people. What a sweet girl. Nice, easy care coat on both of them. No matting here. All you have to do is keep them bathed, and they'd be great indoor dogs. Yes. This is, we just don't see very many rough collies, oddly enough. There was a time when these dogs were all the vogue, I guess, when Lassie was popular. But this one is a rough collie. He came to us shaved down. When he grows out, obviously, he has a nice collie coat that looks more like what's around his head. It could be that his previous owners did not want to mess with dematting and so forth, and that does happen. Although these are beautiful dogs when they have a full coat. This guy cannot go into a home with children. Children are a problem for him. He's frightened of them, and he will snap at them. We cat tested him once he came here, and I would not recommend him for a home where there is a cat. He has a really avid interest in cats, and that's just not a good idea. Now, high school age kiddos in the family, or even possibly junior high age, would probably be fine, bearing in mind that this is not a dog that you approach head on or harass in that way, and children are just good at doing that without even being conscious of it, actually. but he is a lovely boy. His name is Buddy, and as a dog that would fit into an adult family, he is terrific. He's already neutered, and he's a good dog. Not all dogs can handle having very young children in their face. It frightens them, and they don't know what to do with it. And when a dog is that stressed, it does not have as many alternatives as a human might. They can't discuss it, and if you're not reading their stress signals appropriately, then you can end up with a problem. And that's the last thing we want, which is why we're limiting this. One of the strong points of collies traditionally is that they are good with children. This one is not, but he still deserves a very good home. Remember Buddy 1? That was the rough collie. This is Buddy 2. Probably Rottweiler German Shepherd mix. Just a really easy to get along with dog. Came to us actually as a stray. He is an intact male. Of course he won't be when he goes home to his new home. He's just really comfortable. He's easy to walk. The volunteers love him. He has a good sense of humor. Seems to get along with other dogs. I think probably he is what we call a yard dog, which means he was raised outside and is not housebroken. Maybe did not have very intense human contact, but certainly welcomed what he did have because he loves people. And I think he has a great deal more potential than he would have had in that environment because he wants to please. He's easy on leash. He really likes treats, which makes him nice to work with, and very responsive because he wants to learn. And he's just a great all-around dog. Anyway, come meet him and see what you think. And of course, if you have other animals in the family, we do recommend that you take the trouble to bring them, at least dogs, with you and see how they get along here. And give the dogs at least a heads up that their environment is changing and may include another dog in it. Probably a female dog would be a better bet if you want to add one to a household, or I think probably Buddy could be an only dog. I think he really likes other animals though, so probably another dog would be a nice idea for him. This is Ellie. Ellie is an exposed nerve with hair. She's probably Italian Greyhound and something, we're not quite sure what. She is built like a little deer. She can leap tall counters in a single bound. So we are requiring a 6-foot fence with her, and I would be surprised if she doesn't manage to climb that. But at least we thought we'd give her a fighting chance here. She is spayed. She is a dear dog. She is just a little sweetheart. Very high energy level. Definitely needs lots of exercise, lots of walks, long walks, and yet she responds well to treats. She is very easy care. I mean, her coat is very short and sleek. She is a pretty, pretty little dog. We won't recommend a household with cats. Her history is such that while we haven't had any difficulty here, I think in a home that might change. So come see Ellie. She's a great little girl, and we're We think she'd make a terrific pet. Don't think she'd be real good with little bitty kids either. She's kind of nervous, shall we say. Very cute. Okay. Thanks for joining us here at the shelter. We have new pets almost every day. People see the dogs and cats that we show on the TV show, but we only record once a month. And so by the end of the month, those animals will have been adopted and been replaced with new ones. The best thing to do is go online to our website, which is jointanimalservices.org, or come by the shelter and just see who we have. Because even though the same animal may not be here, one that's just as loving and perfect for your home probably is. It's a good time to get a pet.